Hello, 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 chaps. It's, well, it's a different PBM. It's a new PBM in which I will be playing Yomi. And we're playing with the latest edition of the Dominion's Enhanced mod. I think this is version 1.62. And the idea of this play-by-email game is that everyone gets a randomly assigned nation from the host. Looks like this is an early age game as well, of course. And I got given Yomi. So I've never played them before. I'm sure most people probably won't have played their nations before, especially these funky ones like Xeon. What's the idea with this one? So like, yeah. Goodness, these look rather powerful. Really powerful. What's their communion slaves like? Horsemen. What a lame unit. I'm not making them. Or I wouldn't if I was these guys. These are pretty garbage, and they're quite expensive for how bad they are as well. These are decent, but they're just chariots. Zebulonites. Looks like these guys... Okay, this is a solid enough troop, but again, it's nothing really special at all. Jeez. So these guys are all about the communions and maybe some summons. But anyway, I'm playing Yomi. Which I haven't played before, although I did try them out a bit in a test to decide what my bless and scales and starting moves should be. So I have a basic idea of how to play, but I have not played Yomi before. Oh my goodness. And this is a newly released map, but I believe it's called Aowin. So it's got east-west mapping, as you can see, and it's very nicely... It's very pretty. We've got a cave here, highlands here, mountains here. That's quite convenient for us as Yomi, because we do have some highland recruits. But looks like we're not going to be building a highland fort or a cave fort close to us. So it is only our cap circle that's got those things. Anyhow, I actually went for an awake expander in the end. Huh. And he's got crappy paths when he's in this shape. So if we change the shape, we get this, and this will give you an inkling of what paths what blesses we took. Reinvig 2 times, regeneration and blood surge. And yeah, we've got... I guess this is a pretty nice Titan chassis, but nothing completely crazy. Just pretty solid. Doesn't have any fear. Just a nice little Titan. Fairly generic, apart from being a demon and a berserker. Oh, a berserker, so he won't be able to cast many spells, I guess, before he goes berserk. Anyway, that guy will be useful, but for now, he's going to be in the bull form. And we're going to send him... oh my god, that's so annoying. I'm already annoyed. That didn't take very long. So if I send him outside our dominion, we won't have any regen, and we'll take afflictions quite easily. What's our starting army like? And our starting army is pretty mediocre, so I guess I'm not going to do the turn 1 expansion. Just going to research with him with his 22 research on the first turn, and alteration for Stone Skin is definitely our first priority. This guy is more of a mage that we have here. He starts with troops under his command, but he's not really a leader. He can command undead, but he's more of a mage and a combatant and a sort of competent and an Oni summoner than anything else. He's not... His commanding skills aren't very good. So I'm just going to have him researching too. If I get really greedy, I could actually research alteration before I even expand, but that would be kind of stupid, I guess. This guy, he's got okay command, but no undead command for demons. And he's also a scout, so I'm just going to send him out scouting this way. And I'm going to research someone who is good at commanding, as you may have inferred, although that will prevent me from recruiting any good troops. I wonder what I should do first turn. I could go crazy with the Bakamona and just recruit a Naminari. Yeah, I guess not having line formation and having kind of bad morale It's not terrible on Bakemono. Bakemono are really good expanders. They do pretty well against indies, so I don't have to worry too much about their morale, and from my limited experience testing them. So I think I'll go with this as my first turn expansion, unit training. And yeah, that's turn 1. Nothing else to report. And after that I'll just train some Oni Shugo and eventually some Dai Oni to build up these free spawn, the free spawn Oni and Ko-Oni. It's always nice to have things free, especially when your nation has an inbuilt income malus. And there really is nothing more I can say about turn 1. Did I get any events? No. Well, that's turn 1. Hello chaps. It's turn 2 of the Yomi PBM, and we forgot to give our prophet a good name, but we actually didn't have a prophet. So let's see, we've got Caesar, spelt wrong, for Irma. Guthikas, that looks like a default name. Kijana, that looks like a default name. Vodka Man, the Russian chieftain, that's a good name. Man, these names are all lame. Revolver Ocelot, I don't know what that means. It's probably some reference. Wow. Terrible. Porkins is okay as a name, but terrible profit naming game from people. And I also made a mistake, which I realised while I was out in town today, which is that, well, I've recruited actually I didn't really make a mistake, but I don't know, this is how I'm going to have my first expansion party commanded. Actually, I can probably do it like that. No one cares about arrows. Arrows are just garbage in Dominions 5, so I'm just going to use them as infantry. 12 protection, 10 attack defense skill, 12-15 attack. They're okay, they're just average infantry. I'll put them in with the Bakemono. Why? Too many squads and formation modifier. Wow, -3 morale. That really is garbage. Wow. Might have to put these people... Gonna have to go easy on them, because their morale's so bad. I'm gonna send them up against these guys, then. Lion Tribe ought to be easier. I'm gonna send this guy over against the militia over here. 15 protection, it's not amazing. But Berserker brings it to 20, which is fine. 10% regen, which is like 20 HP a turn. So he should be okay. I'll put him over here. Does he have any good spells? We've got Earth Might, which is not useful. Bark Skin is okay. We'll put some Bark Skin on. And like... that'll just have to do, and then he can go and attack rear. So she can research, and now I'm going to finally recruit a proper commander. The reason I ended up not doing that was because the resource cost of this guy is quite high in terms of Bakemono. That's 11 Bakemono that I can't recruit now. Hang on. No, it's Shiniyama and MA that gets another commander with better command and lower resource cost. I guess what I should have done is I should have got this. I actually have no clue how to play this. I'm going to bring my scout back and use him as a commander instead, and train another Naminari. Okay, not a Nanamari, a Naminari. What a stupid pain in the ass. These guys are terrible. I guess they're almost always a mage, so they're actually okay. But Inept Researcher 4, why? Why are they so bad? So this should be okay. And we've already spread our dominion over here, which is nice. Man, this map looks amazing. So that really is the end of this turn already. Very simple early turns. When the game goes on longer into slower turns, I'll stop playing the turns live. I'll play the turns and then start the video and narrate what I've done, so that I don't spend ages doing it. Anyhow, that's turn 2. See you chaps in turn 3. Hello chaps, it's turn 3 and we had some expansions. So this one was a success, kind of a shame to lose 7 Bakemono, and this one was a success, so nothing too remarkable there. Got a nice event, and probably not much to tell you this turn. Think I'm just going to recruit some more of these guys. And now we have some resources. I'm going to recruit one of these guys as well, because they are very good leaders. I know I keep on banging on about that, but they are. I think it's worth it to miss out on an Oni Shugo. They are cheaper as well. I mean, Oni Shugo aren't leaders. Dai Oni aren't amazing either for leadership. So that's basically all there is to say about turn 3 though. Horse Tribe Cavalry, can they kill this guy? Let's have a look at his performance. So at this point he has 21 HP. Does get kind of injured there. I don't think I want to risk him against the cavalry right yet. Maybe I'll research Alteration 2 first. We're only 8 points away, and when we have Alteration 2, I'll have Stone Skin. Actually, what's this? Slash resistance. Not that useful. Stone Skin isn't that amazing compared to Bark Skin. It just means +2 instead of +1. I guess I actually researched the wrong thing here. I should have researched enchantment for personal regen. Oh well, I'm just going to go on to this province, although that could be kind of risky too. These guys get wrecked by arrows, so I can't send them up against the horse tribe either. Kind of difficult. Maybe I'll send them here. I think he'll be fine. And this guy definitely needs to be attacking. Do we have any interesting recruits here? We've got a nature indie there. Nothing there. So that's turn 3. Nothing really interesting to say there. Do we see anyone's dominion yet? Ah, we do see someone's dominion over here. Order and luck. I wonder who takes order and luck. Maybe does. Maybe it's... I don't know who would take luck and order though. Isn't it normally turmoil and order? It's a pretty greedy build. So I don't know who that is, but this is probably their capital. So it could be Agartha or Xibalba. But that's turn 3, see you chaps next time. Hello chaps. It's turn 4, I think, in this game, the Yomi game. Which is going to load any moment now. Yeah, turn 4. And our expansion battles went fine. Out of interest, let's see how much damage they managed to do to this bull. Because I don't have much experience expanding. Yeah, he's not moving very fast, is he? 14. Yeah, I guess realistically we're absolutely fine, and I shouldn't be such a pussy. Bakemono showing off their expansion again. It's because they're size 1. They clump into a small area and then they just have 6 attacks. Very good expanders. Turn 4. Who did I recruit? So I finally recruited the guy with good leadership that I've been babbling on about endlessly since this game began. Let's see. Arby, Doroika. So there's a throne there. This isn't someone's capital, and this is a throne. So their capital's probably there at most. So I think it's safe to go after this province next. Except that Wolf Tribe archers are pretty good against Bakemono. Bakemono are good in melee, but against archery they really get shredded. Because of the size 1, actually. Makes them good against melee, but pretty weak in a single spot. Weak against archery, I mean. Because they're clustered close together. So I think I'll go here to attack these guys who are more melee focused first. Let's see who I can recruit here. Every little helps. Send this guy over here. 18. I think we should be okay to take on these guys. Maybe I'll go after this province first. And it's definitely time to get one of these guys under construction. Or is it 50? How many resources? 45 resources. That's an awful lot of Bakemono. But then again, I'm short on gold. Can avoid training these guys. I'm just not sure if wait, what? 18 plus 51. Yeah, they've got to be good enough to take on one of these provinces, right? I'm just a very timid expander. I hate it when I lose an expansion party. I mean, everyone does, but I am particularly over-concerned by it. Enchantment 2, still a little while away. Then I guess I'll go after Conjuration, because it's always nice to have Conjuration. This has got to be someone's capital. Maybe I should send this guy out scouting, but I think ferrying troops is probably more important. Though I might use this guy to ferry troops. He has 35 leadership. I would rather actually scout my neighbour here. 45 resources? I tell you what, I'm going to delay getting this again. I want more Bakemono. So that's turn 4. I may be leaving it too late to start producing the big guys, the big demon commanders, but I don't know. I'm inexperienced with Yomi, so that's turn 4. Hello, hello, hello chaps. It should be turn 5, assuming I didn't miss a turn. Turn 5, 8 hours left. That'll do. Bull Demon King. That's a pretty good name. So killed some easy opponents. Got some nature gems from an event. Still don't really know what's going on over here. It's been a while since I took an Awake Expander, so this is quite something. Usually my expansion is completely garbage. This is a fun experience to have. Let's see what's going on here. I think that'll do. That will do. I might give this guy bodyguards. It's never a bad idea to just make sure that you have some bodyguards. I think I'll expand here first. Just so that I get a bigger sort of vision of the map that way. Should think about already. It's already kind of time to start building my next palisade almost. Oh, I haven't got things on loop here though. I'll just make a Dai Oni this turn, which has an awful lot of resources. Considering Bakemono do cost 2 resources each, and Dai Oni of 45, maybe it would be worth taking production. Then again, I've got these 4 provinces that I haven't conquered yet. Speaking of which, I've got these 4 provinces that I haven't conquered yet. I'm going to do the sort of this option. I should be able to kill these guys quite easily with just these troops next turn. And there's nothing else to say about this turn, really. I might be making a mistake not making these 2 guys and instead making this guy, because these guys do free spawn demons and they are big mages and all the rest of it. Oh, do I have enchantment 2 yet? I've got enchantment 1, which allows me to cast nothing useful on my pretender god, but enchantment 2, which I'll have a little bit soon, not very soon, but for 2 more turns, will get us personal regen, which is nice. I can even go outside my dominion with that. And that's turn 5. Let's not beat about the bush and pretend there's more to say about this turn. There isn't. See you next time. Hello, chaps. It's turn 6. And I looked at these 3 cap circle provinces that I've conquered, and the resources in them are just tiny. 13, 16 and 7. Whereas here you have 40 resources and here you have 71. Because I was going to make a Dai Oni this turn, but look at all these Bakemono I can't train if I do that. So I'm just going to make a sorcerer instead. With his earth paths he can search this province. This enemy province does have some long dead horsemen guarding it, so to make sure that they don't hit our commanders, I've split the Bakemono into 3 groups, and I've also taken along a mage, just so that if the long dead horsemen do kill this guy, she can continue the battle instead of everyone immediately routing. Can't set bodyguards, unfortunately, because everyone's undisciplined in this army. And once I have this province, I should be able to train a Dai Bakemono and so on perfectly easily without having to cut back on the little... not a Dai Oni, without having to cut back on Bakemono. So until then, I'm not going to train any Dai Oni. Our expansions this turn were fine. Did lose 5 Bakemono. I guess that's not good. That's a 9th of the force, actually. But nothing to report there. Nothing special in these provinces either. And still not seeing any enemies. This isn't someone's capital, because it doesn't have enough dominion in it for that to be the case. And not seeing any dominion here. We are seeing someone's dominion down here. So I'm sending a scout out that direction. This river is a pretty big border. So maybe I shouldn't be taking this province. Maybe I should go into this one instead, to secure my position against whoever's over here. This could be someone's capital. So could this. Maybe this is their capital, but that's probably their capital. Or this is. This could be, but then they'd have dominion here. So this or this is their capital, I'm fairly sure. Or this at most. Probably this province. Or this one. Thing is, this PD looks kind of strong because it's got a lot of it's just got a lot of people, and this probably isn't a particularly valuable province, so I'd rather go along here, and then I can join up these 2 expansion parties. Although my bull might end up, I guess this party can go here if I decide to send my bull back here, and then from there he can go there. That would work. Maybe I should send the bull here. I'm just not convinced that he'll do fine against horse tribe cavalries. I like to be very, very cautious with the wake expanders. I'll probably send the bull with some Bakemono as well. That's probably how I'll do it. But that's all there is to say about turn 6. See you chaps next time. Hello chaps, it's turn 7, and we had a nice easy expansion with the bull, but these 2 expansions were quite painful. We lost 25 Bakemono in each of them. This one was just because of some skeletons and some long dead horsemen. I guess they're pretty tough, and this is because Lion Tribe are normally the weakest indies in the game, but I guess because of all their ranged attacks they're actually quite good against Bakemono. It was also quite interesting to see this guy. Hang on. Okay, so this guy threw flames in the battle, which looks cool, but it didn't kill anyone, so never mind. And yeah, that's the turn. We've also got a nice looming barbarian attack. Who doesn't love the looming barbarian attack? I'm actually so done with playing against barbarians. I'm just gonna plonk down a huge amount of PD just for them. Sod it. Let's see what 20 PD can do. And we definitely need to make... I keep on saying I need to make a fort. Or make a Dai Oni. I guess it's time to make a Dai Oni. Not sure if this is strong enough to take on indies quite yet. Can't take on war elephants. Can't even take on these guys, considering all the losses they suffered last turn. So I'll take them back in. I'll leave her to site search because it's a cave in the early age. And he's going to move over there to site search as well. This guy, they can go there. Do we have personal regen yet? We must do. Oh shit, we actually lost this battle. Well, that is truly an embarrassment. What a pain in the arse. I always tell myself off for being too cautious in expansion, but I guess this time that wasn't actually the case. What am I going to do? I guess I'll just have to come here for more expansion. And I need to start thinking about where to put my next fort. I think this could be a good place. There aren't any interesting indie mages that I can recruit, so I probably would just put it here, just as a very generic recruitment place. Are these good recruits? Not really. They might be good against Rephites though, because they have 28 damage. I could even build a fort here, because we'd still get resources from like this, some of these resources, all of these ones. This should probably be where I put my next fort, so I can recruit Bakemono from it. Well, that's turn 7. I guess I need to check this guy's scripts. Stone skin, boar skin. What's the deal with casting boar skin? Okay, +5. I'm going to assume that that stacks with stone skin. I'm not really sure. It just says natural protection +5. Doesn't really matter. Who cares, honestly? Personal regen will see him through, as well as the regen bless. Oh, Hinnom is my eastern neighbour as well as my western neighbour. That's amusing. I'll just park the scout over here then. And that truly is the end of turn 7. See you chaps next time. Hello chaps. It's turn something or other. Had a nice easy expansion against these guys. They didn't cast any important spells. They cast some lightning, but it wasn't enough to do anything to him, except stun him briefly. Got some nature gems from that, failed to find a site in the cave province, and that was our only battle this turn. So pretty bad that we're kind of messing around, moving these devastated expansion parties around. It is unfortunate that I lost 50 Bakemono the previous turn. I should have taken that more seriously, actually. That is a problem. They're quite cheap, but I mean 50 Bakemono, I'm buying them at 5 gold apiece, so it's like 25 ordinary troops, which is pretty bad. I mean, I'm normally playing Middle Age or Late Age Agartha, and they've got like that. You wouldn't want to lose 25 of their infantry in expansion. So yeah, the lesson was that I said Bakamona are bad against missile fire. I didn't realise just how profound that weakness was. So that's just something that I learned. I'm expanding into here, which is a little bit risky because there's no vision here. So there might be an enemy here with like an army of Hellblessed Sacreds. Not a large army, but a small one. And they're going to expand here as well, and they'll kill my Pretender God. I think that's unlikely though, because with Stone Skin followed by Boar Skin, this is +5 on top of Stone Skin. That brings us up to, I think Stone Skin takes us to 17, Boar Skin takes us to 22, and then the Berserk takes us to 27. Now I won't have the regen bless, but I will have personal regeneration. So 27 protection, 18 hit points a turn, or maybe 19, I'm not sure how it rounds. I guess it's 18. It should be fine. It does a lot of damage, you know, trampling. It's quite fast. That's not that fast, I guess, but I'm sure we'll be fine. And there probably won't be anyone expanding there anyway. I can't see their Dominion. Oh, I can actually see their Dominion here, so. Luck. Turmoil, growth and production. That doesn't really tell you anything much. Could be anyone. Is Lanka in this game? Lanka is always pretty... I think Lanka is kind of a little bit overpowered. They're certainly a serious late game threat anyway. So here's the only expansion party I am sending out this turn. Commander's right at the back, and these guys are spread out just to make sure that the Horse Tribe don't manage to charge into the commander. I'll lose a lot of Bakamone to this, I guess. But it's 81. It's 81 Bakamona, so they'll win, I'm sure. Unless I really have screwed up here. But yeah, there's only one way to find out, and I can't be bothered to do much testing in single player. Testing in single player is just so boring. I'm going to have my first Dai Oni next turn, and next turn I'll also be able to train a huge amount of, well, not a huge, another 15 or 16 Bakamona. I'm not a weeb, so I always get the words mixed up. This province has the steel ovens. There's quite a lot of resources. I don't know why it says 54 resources when it says 75 here. It must be like... I don't know why. Oh, it's the unrest. Okay. So I might build a fortress there, which would be kind of rude to Hinob, but I might also build one here. It would still draw, I think, half of the resources from here. So either way, it's a lot of... this one has more recruitment points. Although that's just because of the turmoil scale. They have actually the same. This might be a better place for a fortress. Although that would be even ruder to Hinnom, probably. But I don't really care. I just want what's good for me. I think I'll probably build the fortress here. It's got the most recruitment points because of the population being larger. This has even more recruitment points, but it would be a bit short on resources, I think. Probably here, then. Still haven't found any good indie mages, so that's a shame. Got to start thinking about building my next fort. I keep on saying that. Oh, and Hinnom. I made an NAP with Hinnom, so as you can see, he's my neighbour on this side. He's also going to be my neighbour on this side as well. So we agreed that if either of us were to conquer the other, it would leave us with this gigantic border, which would just be an immense pain in the arse if we had the entire north side, one of us. So we've made an NAP and we've said, yeah, it looks like we're going to be much better off attacking south. And I was a little bit generous with the border agreement. I said you could have this one, and this one as our border on this side. And obviously the border's already been decided over here. So that's why I said it would be rude to Yomi. Normally I wouldn't worry about whether it's rude to someone, but looks like he's our friend for this game. You always want a friend and an enemy, I think. You definitely want one enemy at a time if possible, and not a single one more. What was I doing? People are actually using mercenaries, even archers. Is this guy bad at the game, or are archers actually useful in expansion? They probably are useful in expansion. Rexall's barbarians. I could even hire some barbarians, actually. But I don't have any province adjacent to this one. so it wouldn't really work. I could hire them to attack this group. They look pretty weak. Maybe I'll do that, but then these guys won't be close enough to support them. Slingers are. You know what? I've got the gold to spare. I'm going to give it a go. Rexor. Rexor's Barbarians. There's only one way to find out, and it's by testing it live in a PBM. But that's turn 8. See you chaps next time. Hello, hello, hello chaps. It's turn 9. And we did find a magic site in that cave, just a little air site, which is going to be good for quills, owl quills. People say that Yomi has bad research. I'm going to attempt to make that untrue. And it appears that we actually won this battle, which is nice. Our little PD dump actually worked very well. Which is weird. How does this even happen? How do light infantry beat barbarians? I think when barbarians are under indie command, they have really terrible morale. But it's because of the commander. And I think if you put them on, if you recruit your own barbarians and put them under a good leader with like a Helm of Heroes or something, they're actually pretty good. So these guys have 9 morale, while these guys have 7 morale. Like, what even is this? How did they lose so badly? Is it because of repel? I guess it's because of repel. If you look at the weapon length, oh, all of the swordsmen actually died apart from this one. Yeah, maybe it's repel, because they do have not amazing morale and not amazing defense skill. 8 before routing. So that's interesting. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know why how that even happened. Maybe I got lucky there. Another easy expansion. Nothing to see there. Yeah, that's the province we died to before, so there weren't many enemies left in it. And this turned out very well. Okay, so they only killed 10. That's pretty nice. There were fewer horse cavalry there than I realised there would be. And this river's frozen over. It's very convenient. I was going to send these barbarians up against this province, but looking at them now, there's only 40 of them, so they'd probably lose. So I'm actually going to send them over this frozen river. That's extremely convenient. This expansion party is going to go to the only neighbouring Indie province, and I should probably increase the PD to 6 in all of my provinces that I haven't already. Just because of the possibility of indie attacks. 20 to kill those barbarians. Totally worth it. What's 20 PD? It's like, oh, it is quite a lot then, actually, isn't it? Let's see how much it is. I mean, I could figure it out using maths, but I'm feeling stupid today. So 685 as compared to... Oh, so it's actually 190. So that's not really worth it, but it means I can expand faster at least. Yeah, and I'm not taking on a big stack of barbarians outside of my dominion. I guess I'll just go for this province. There's no chance of an enemy turning up there. The scout's going to go over here and build a fort. Do we have enough gold income? So we've only got 600 net gold income. How much am I spending per turn? If I spend this much, maybe it's time to start making the bandits, who are slightly better than Bakemono in terms of gold efficiency, I think. I mean, they're twice as expensive, but you get way more protection, and they're not indisciplined, and they can pillage, and maybe these aren't actually even better in terms of gold. They do have better protection. Maybe I should just spam Bakemono still. Maybe the Bakemono will end up being trash. I don't know. Hard to decide. I'm just going to keep on doing this for now. Let's see what we've got going. A turtle village. So we still haven't found any... Oh, we found a nature indie, which is useless considering... So we can build a lab here and get an extra half fort. Maybe I shouldn't be building a palisades. Maybe I should just be building a lab straight away. Tell you what. These guys are cheaper than these guys, even though they take longer to train. They also take up a lot of resources. I don't know. Let's start with these guys. I actually want to make a laboratory here. He's on site searching, so I'll send one of the Nanamaris to site search and then also build a laboratory. That should be quite convenient. I can leave it unforted, and that'll give me an extra half a fort in terms of maid recruitment. Maybe I'm doing it wrong and I should focus more on getting another fort, but what's this guy good for? What should I use him for? So my bless is regen, reinvig, blood surge. So maybe I should be thugging this guy. Kind of need sort of... I've never thugged one of these guys before. They're probably fine though, and they have that ghost form that runs away. Dark Bolt, with no capital letter on the bolt. You can tell that that's from a... What's even good about this? I guess it's low fatigue. No capitalized B, that's shameful. You can tell it's made by a modder. I'm disgusted. I'm so disgusted by this. Kind of need a bit more research. Guess we got a couple of useful things for Fire Blast. Short range, pretty good, I guess. Blessing. I guess he could thug like this. I don't know. He's not a researcher. Now that I've trained this guy, I don't know what I want to do with him. I think I'll just send him out site searching, which is probably a really stupid way to play, but I don't need to be risking my cap only. Actually, I can make him my profit. Let's give him a nice name. I don't know, how do you rename people? I think it's time for Jewboy to make a return. I had someone called Jewboy. They might ban me though. I'm playing this on a Discord group and they're such fucking cucks that they might ban me. So I need to think of something funny. Something less obvious. People will get this reference or they won't. So it should be safe. It's not even that edgy either. Actually, it is pretty edgy, but that's the turn. 3 expansions that we're looking forward to next turn, which is not amazing considering it's only turn 9. I'm so unused to I'm really unused to playing with an awake expander. It's such a novel experience. Let's go higher up in alteration so that we can thug Dai Onis. Actually no, let's go for construction 2 for the Alquils. They are 2, right? They are construction 2 and not 4. Yeah, they must be construction 2. Once we get those, we'll have enough air for some quills. That'll be pretty good. So that's turn 9. See you traps next time. Hello chaps. It's turn 10. Let's see how things went. Another free expansion with my Pretender God. A completely horrible one here. Oh right, these are just our mercenaries. So they were gonna cark it sooner or later anyway. I guess they routed or something. How did they all die? These guys don't have 37 kills between them. Ko-Onis don't have a ranged attack. That's kind of weird. So how did they all die then? I guess when mercenaries rout it doesn't show in the retreat details or something? That's kind of odd. The barbarian chief is still around. Oh well, I don't care. Bakemono show are still alive. Who are they going up against? Oh yeah, just an easy province. Let's see, do I have a neighbour down here yet? No, I still don't. Is this map... I'm starting to wonder if this map is oversized compared to the number of players on it. Can we get over here to fight these war elephants? Yes, we can. That looks like quite a lot of war elephants. At least 4. In fact, more war elephants than heavy infantries, if this scout is to be believed. And this connection's frozen over, so that means we can actually attack with 4 groups. It's probably pretty noob to attack with all of our groups. It's a fairly valuable province. And it means I can send them on to the barbarians. I think Bakemono will probably do pretty well against barbarians. Actually, wouldn't war elephants completely destroy Bakemono? I think war elephants would totally destroy Bakemono because of the because they trample everything in the square at once. So I'm actually, I should probably take this on with just the Bull Demon King. Because like I mentioned before, he does have 27 protection after crap, what am I looking at? I'm going to check what war elephants have. The Bull Demon King does have 27 protection after his buffs and after Berserk. I think elephants have... Where is it? Okay, this type of elephant has... Oh, it only has a tusk attack. 20 damage that's piercing. So 20 damage, you reduce the enemy's protection by 20% because it's piercing. So it's about 22 protection on my Pretender God compared to 20 damage by the War Elephant. So yeah, they will do some damage, but not much, and they won't be able to trample him because he's as large as the War Elephant, so I think we can actually take this on by ourselves. We can have a look at maybe adding an extra spell in here just to make it a bit better, but I don't know what I would actually do. Barkskin I could cast for an extra single point of... I could do this. Oh no. Is he an animal? Does he count as an animal? No, he's a demon. Okay. Gift of the Hare. Combat speed is doubled. Well, that's definitely useful for a trampler. Why didn't I think of that before? Really didn't pay attention there. And this will bring protection up to 28. Doesn't matter if I cast it before or after Boarskin. Because they're both just flat increases at this point after Stone Skin. I think I have these spells cast in order of importance, and he's right at the back, so this should be okay. Double combat speed. I'll be pretty mad if I lose him. Now these guys have a lot of ranged attacks. I think they all have a javelin or a sling, so they could actually mangle these Bakemono pretty badly. I guess the problem with sending my Pretender God here is that then I can't really unite these groups. This is a pretty tendentious attempt. Like, will this work? I have no idea. And I can't put them in line formation because they're undisciplined. So line formation is good against missiles for fairly obvious reasons. Ooh, and I have a lot of gold this turn. Now it well and truly is time to start this fortress. I could check to see if there's anywhere more important to be building a fortress. I think we still haven't discovered a single worthwhile indie mage. Maybe that'll change as I get some sites searched. Maybe this would be a good place just for cavalry. Nah, cavalry don't really matter. Gotta have an air mage to make Alquills once I get construction 2, in my opinion. This is pretty risky, but it should be. I don't know. It's worth a try. It's only 18 income anyway. Man. These guys got chewed up by that province. No, this group's still moderately sized. I'll get the gold maintenance costing units killed first, I guess. Let's see what we've got going on. I think I'll continue to switch to bandits because they, I think they are slightly better units in terms of their ratio to gold. And it's gold that I'm becoming more interested in at this point. Wow, that's not much training, is it? Do we have are these guys sacred? I'm going to have to send over one of these guys to build the temple here. But that's not too urgent. In fact, maybe I'll train one of them now. Send him over a bit more promptly. It is nice to have a really explosive dominion. Actually, I don't need to expand. I don't need to worry about my dominion. I can just build this guy right away. Don't need to worry about getting that temple up quickly. They're not even sacred mages that I'm training most of the time. Lava lake. That's pretty nice. Now for some site searching. So this guy has fire and high levels of earth and death. So he's kind of good for site searching. He's not much of a researcher. I think I'll send him outside searching. So, where is Hinnom? I still don't know where Hinnom is. It has to be here, right? No? North here? This is actually baffling that I don't know. Is this his capital? Like, tucked away in the corner? It could be there. Absolutely could be. Can these guys get all the way over here? No. I'll have to go here, then here, and then walk back over here, which is annoying. I wonder where I should put my next fortress, but I don't have the gold to worry about that yet. Well, that's turn 10. See you chaps next time. Hello, hello, hello again, chaps. I always move my microphone around too much. It's turn 11, I think. And who knows, maybe this is the turn that we finally see another neighbour. And our pretender god handled those war elephants apparently very easily. So they can do minor damage to him, but nothing really more than that. Easy. Very easy. And over here, another 11 Bakemono. Not terrible, I guess. Unimportant events. Failed to find any sites. And still don't have another neighbour, which is very peculiar, really. Let's sort out our expansion party here. I'm going to keep the bandit archers as the bodyguards. I like to do that with my starting units. I like to get nostalgic about them and preserve them late into the game as bodyguards. I just find that amusing. Maybe that's not the right way to set things up. Let's do this instead. And go behind here. It's a bit annoying that I'm going to go here, then here, and then back here. Very, very stupid, really. 830 gold. That's nice to see. And these chaps, I guess they can take on this province easily enough. Looks like it's very unlikely to be attacked by anyone else. Yes, this is a large map for the number of players, I believe. Got some nice experience bonuses on our Pretender God over here, which is rather to be expected, of course. It's actually really tempting to take on that province. I wonder if I could. The Throne of Fortune. I could probably... I might even be able to take on barbarians, actually. With 27 protection, it's a lot of protection. I'd want to have my Dominion there, though. And I don't have that yet, of course. Let's just keep moving these guys around. I guess I'll take them here. What are we training? What is this? He can't keep getting away with it. Nice sneaky little reference there. I'm actually so tempted to try this, but it could easily be a disaster. I don't know. I think I'll go... I need a spare commander to bump it. My barbarians aren't going to be available next turn. So this guy will take too long to train. Damn it, where are my commanders? Actually, wait a minute. I should be training... I need to be building infrastructure here, don't I? I'm going to build a laboratory here. With this sorcerer. And then next turn... No, I'm still miles away from construction research. In fact, this guy should keep on searching for sites, and the Nanamari can build the laboratory. Wow. So many mages moving around instead of... Hey, why am I not chain recruiting spies? Where's my spy province? Let's do that. I should do something with this bull. It's so tempting. It's so tempting. Could probably take on this province, even outside of my dominion. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go here. But then I won't get the bump on this province next turn. It's so annoying. It's so annoying that I can't recruit... Actually, these guys have pretty good map movement, along with wasteland and mountain survival. But not cave survival. Aren't they cheap, though? They're cheap. They're not expensive. Yeah, I'll recruit a commander here, and he can bump this province in a couple of turns. Who cares? I give up. Hinnom is stuck right in the corner there. That's a shitty place to start, compared to me where I'm sort of more centrally located amongst provinces. That's surprising that Hinnom is stuck in there. So his expansion, I actually control a province like next to his cap circle. That's really crazy, and he made peace with me in that situation. Maybe I need to be afraid of Hinnom. Like, I'm that close to his capital. If his capital was here, then that would be fine, or here, but there? I don't know. It's going to be really tempting to carve off these territories. For him, that is. And I'm going to be here as well. It's going to be like he has this one corridor to expand down. Otherwise, I'm his enemy. So, we'll see. We'll see. He might want to carve off some of my land in the future. Maybe we aren't going to be such good friends after all. Three months remaining there. Well, that's all there is to turn 11. See you chaps next time. Hello, hello, hello chaps. It's turn 12. Paid another minor tax of Bakemono for our expansion. And some minor events. Nothing really happened apart from that. We're going to expand here next. Oh, we've got plenty of gold, that's for sure. But maybe that's because, yes, I haven't queued anything up here yet. Gonna keep on with the bandits, I reckon. We don't have any mages here. I'll send her there to build a laboratory, though. Maybe should put a temple down as well. This place can build that. What did I do here? Why is he here? Why did I send my pretender god here? What was I thinking? What was my plan? I'm baffled. I'm actually genuinely baffled. Where was he last turn? I don't know what I'm doing here. Can I attack this province? 20 barbarians? I probably can't. I don't know. What do you think? 20 barbarians versus this many Bakemono. It's a bit dicey. I'm going to take this province. I reckon the horsemen can probably wait a little bit. Oh, and some heavy cavalry. Yeah. They can wait. They can wait. Maybe until we have these chaps for reinforcement. Oh, this river crossing's already annoying me a lot. No, it's unfortunate that there's no earth or death sites in this cave. That's quite the disappointment. Did we get any bloody indies? Nope. Still no indies. Still no other neighbours apart from Hinnom. This guy's death 4. Man, these guys are pretty devastatingly epic mages. Gonna send him out site searching. Do we have construction 2 yet? No. Nothing's happening this game so far. It's only turn 12 though. I guess that's a good reason for things to have not happened. Site searching. Yep, that's turn 12. Nothing more to see here, chaps. Toodles. Hello, 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 chaps. Welcome to turn 13. A messenger has arrived from Well, I'm fine with this. I mean, has... It's nice that a blood nation's getting messed with, because they're very strong later on. Another 13 lost Bakemono, not exactly ideal. Nice little expansion over here. Hinnom gets this area, probably, which is annoying. And here's our neighbour, Rus. I don't think Rus is that strong early on. In fact, I don't know much about Rus at all. That's nice, we picked up a Baneblade. It's kind of cool. Pelagia, I don't know anything about Pelagia either. Stone Skin, Boar Skin, Personal Regeneration. Should be fine as long as I can cast these 3 spells. It's not really worth the risk though. I'm just going to site search for this turn. Why not? Actually no, I'll go there and then hopefully next turn my Dominion will have spread into it. What the hell is going on with all of these provinces having misfortune drain 2? That must be someone's Dominion. Huh? All of these provinces have it. But I never saw anyone's Dominion here. Okay, this guy's Dominion. It might be this guy's Dominion. That's really strange though. I must have pushed away his Dominion. It's a bit puzzling though. Let's finally put this on repeat recruitment. 1 month remaining. Ooh, 200 gold temples. Oh my word. I didn't know that we had 200 gold temples. Yep, it's time. It's time for 200 gold temples to be used. And I'm going to stop training troops altogether now. I think that's enough. It's enough to tide me over. These remainders can be taken somewhere. I don't know, they can turn up to this battle. That looks pretty strong. So maybe this province? Ah yes, we've got our guy that we recruited just to scout what's in this throne. I may as well scout what's in this throne as well, so that next turn I can take screenshots of both for later perusal. And that's basically the end of the expansion phase. We've missed out on the other stuff side of this river. I guess I need water breathing gear to get these places. Hopefully I can get some water breathing gear before Hinnom does. I don't know if I would go after this throne or not. I wouldn't go into his cap circle, because that would just be... he would have to attack me then, I feel like. Or at least he'd be very tempted to. I need to think about what spells I'm going to cast. Because I'll be honest, I have no clue what I'm actually doing in this game. I was thinking about this overnight, and I realised I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, what are my good troops? Well, I had some nice troops for expansion, but now what? I have some chaff. I have these guys, but do you gear them or not? Because when they die, they turn into ghosts, and they start off with decent gear. Like an enchanted Nodachi. Like, look at this guy. He looks fine without gear. Not great, but that's before any combat buffs have been cast. So, I guess with the research for Soul Vortex and eventually Phoenix, Pyre, and obviously the Earth self buffs, I guess they'll be sort of nice battle thugs without gear. And they can cast Banefire, which is one of my favourite spells. We can spam skeletons. We can cast Swarm. But that's... What's my actual good troops? I mean, I guess there's these guys. They're pretty good for damage and attack and defense skill because of Chaos Power. Like, this guy's fine for damage, but the protection's trash. So do I need to rush Alteration 5 for Wooden Warriors? What do I even do? I'm just so clueless in this game. Just thinking about it overnight. Actually, these guys are sacred, aren't they? So they can build temples. Where am I taking these guys? Taking them over here. I guess that's okay. One thing I do know is that I'm going to be training a fair few of these chaps. Inept research of 4. I think they'll have 7. They'll have 3 research, and then it'll get increased. Oh, I didn't actually take magic scales. Okay, so I won't be training those guys. Maybe I shouldn't make temples then. I mean, my Dominion is in a fine enough state as it is. No, I'm not going to make temples. I didn't notice they had inept research of 4. I'll just make temples in my actual military provinces. And I'll make a temple here. Don't plan on losing this province. It's kind of annoying that I don't have any other highlands. Like, I have this mountain, then I have a cave. This is a swamp. Oh, hello. Our first interesting indie mage, except they're not interesting because these randoms are terrible and they're not good at research. Wow. Do I have a single good indie mage in my whole Dominion? Like, this is quite a big expansion and I still don't see any good mages. I have 4 of these guys, Lion Tribe Witch Doctors. Hopefully I'll find a mage from a site or from a throne. Throne of Fortune doesn't have mages. Throne of Death probably does. Not that I'm too keen about reducing my growth 3, but it'll be something. Oh wait, do I actually? I can't remember now if I took Magic 1 or not. I may have. Looks like I may have Magic 1. Oh well. What's this guy doing? Oh, I just trained him because I can. I guess he's scouting routes. I'm kind of interested in attacking routes. I'm more interested in taking these thrones, actually. It'd be pretty nice if I could build a throne here before attacking anyone. And it would be a nice place to build a fort. I mean, this would be nice. You get a bit of income increase from building a fort. Get to protect an important province from raiding. And I guess I'll cast one of these spells. What is this? I looked in the inspector at what these spells are, and I still feel confused and don't really know what they do. So I'm just going to cast one of each. Actually, he can come and build this lab, maybe. Oh, she can't cast the spell because she hasn't built the lab yet. Well, that's turn 13 after a bit of dithering. So see you chaps next time. Hello, 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 chaps. It's turn 14, and right now, I've already played the turn, but I was just looking at the, So this is a Dominion's enhanced game, as I'm sure you realised anyway by now. I was looking at the spells in the Conjuration School, and by goodness, there really are 50 of them. Wow. So there really are a lot of these fancy spells. Blimey. That's quite something. Got a lot of fancy spells in here, in Conjuration specifically, so I might get this just for sight searching, because I really do love my sight searching, but no, I always waste gems on it though. And I have pretty high path mages to sight search this game, so maybe I shouldn't be doing that at all. End of Courage. Grants Fear 5. That's pretty nice. I think that's probably additive to other self buffs. So I'll go Construction 2 for Alquills. Then maybe Construction, maybe just more Conjuration and maybe more Alteration, I guess. I can't be bothered. I'm just not good enough to figure things out on a fine level. Anyway, our stuff from last turn. We upgraded a couple of our Naminaris. So this one's now Fire Death. That's pretty cool. She's going to cast the next level of upgrading spell in DE. This one got Water 2, which is really good. We can cast Foul Vapors with that. We can, eventually anyway. And we can do Voice of Apsu and get a lot of water income, hopefully. The problem is she's got Pop Kill 30, which is pretty significant, and 5 Unrest. So I'm sending her to this province where there's no real gold income anyway. Doing some sight searching. And I only just realised that Yomi actually can't build better fortifications than this. So that's pretty annoying. Does mean that, of course, I'm spending less gold on it, at least. So I'll probably build my fortifications not right on the border. I don't like to do that when they have, like, really poor walls, really weak walls. So I'll probably cast them in this province, build them in this province, this province, this province, that sort of thing. What else is there to say? I'm sending my Prophet to compete in the arena this time. And I think he should be a pretty decent arena combatant. He's got a little retinue of wolves to distract the enemy. He's got a decent bless with regen. I guess it's not an amazing bless for fighting in the arena, because damage is likely to outscale regen. But he's got a big attack. He's got decent defensive abilities. Attack and defense skill. He's got some fear. He's got some resistances. He's got Holy 3 as well. His magic isn't going to be amazing. I think I'll take out the animate skeleton. That was when I forgot that he actually had the retinue of wolves. So I'll just cast Stone Skin and Combustion and hope that that's enough. Maybe I should just attack immediately afterwards. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put in an Animate Dead afterwards. Maybe Meditation. I don't even know what the spell does, but I'm sure it'll be useful. Maybe Word of Thorns. Does this do something useful? It's MR Negate, but it could work. I'll do Word of Thorns. Then attack. With a bit of luck, we'll actually win the arena, so that'll be good. And yeah, expansion is finishing up. I scouted these 2 thrones. So this one is pretty strong because that is an awful lot of shades. I think I'll have to clear it out using a couple of thugged Dai Oni. These aren't mindless, so eventually they'll rout against Dai Oni. Well, I say thugged Dai Oni, but if they die, their spirits flee, so I guess I don't want to give them items after all. This other throne has just a load of chaff. The Lawmaster is mostly astral, so he's not a threat. So this one's just chaff. In fact, maybe I'll pull my expansion parties, what remains of them, together to fight that. I could actually take it on with my Pretender God. Potentially, I'm not sure. It's a bit of a risk, but I could maybe do that. It depends if the sages manage to stun him. But even if he does get stunned, he'll have 27 protection and a lot of regen, 20% regen. So they shouldn't be able to kill him. I think I'll take this throne on with my Pretender God, actually. But this turn he's taking on this slightly easier province. And as for that basically covers it for independent provinces. Also, I want to make a water breathing item to get under here, as I mentioned. Got to get that construction 2, maybe construction 4. Not sure. So I'm feeling a bit clueless, but conjuration is good on DE, in DE Yomi, I'm sure. A bit of construction to gear the Dai Oni and get them places is good. And I guess I should have these magic for earth buffs, and I should continue to have some troops. But more and more I'll be using these unarmored demons, I reckon. I think I'll continue training bandits for a bit. They're not completely terrible. At least they can stealth around. Can I train some stealthy commanders somewhere? I actually can't without stopping mage recruitment. That's a pain in the ass. Oh well. And once I build a temple here, I'll be able to train the bigger demons from it. These guys, the Oni Shugo, the smaller demons. So that'll be good for some Oni summoning and a bit of combat magic. And they have the spirit thing as well, so that's nice. It's like having budget Wraith Lords for gold. But that's the end of turn 14. Hello, 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 chaps. It's probably turn 14 if I recall. Oh, it's 15, right? Battles? Did we win? We won. We only had to fight in one battle either. Let's see what the other chaps sent. Ordinary commanders. An augur, presumably casting lesser fire elemental. A Kohen Gaydol. What do they cast? Probably casting Swarm or something. What do you even cast with this little research? So he's still rocking the fire elementals. Oh right. Oh, he's just a prophet, is he? No, he's just a Holy 3. That's pretty funny. And then the next one, I was right in my suspicion that I would be the only one to send the big boy in. So there's nothing that he can do against me. In fact, he dies to the wolves. Quite swiftly. So what did we win? The Robe of Callias the Druid. It's got very good mobility, if I recall correctly. We didn't find any sites. Conquered 2 more provinces. Some more dead Bakemono. And we won this defence as well for very little losses, considering. The Robe of Callias the Druid. And then we have these. My goodness gracious me, this is a lot more efficient than forging skull staffs to boost your mages anyway. Twice made a pact with the Oni Kings. This is a pretty kick-ass mage. You can cast Banefire with this. Why do I have no mages in my capital? Where did they all go? Greater Hanaya pact. The other one was... Oh my! Well, this one can't cast Banefire, but she most certainly can cast Flaming Missiles. And Flaming Missiles is nice when you have a lot of spammable archers, which of course we do. We have the Bakemono archer. Just from this little fort we can train quite a few each turn. 17. We can train 17 there, we can train another 11 there, 28 in total, and another 50 3 here each turn. So that's pretty good. We can definitely mess up a huge amount of fire archers. And this Zion player is clearly a bit of an eccentric, because he's managed to build a fort here before he even expanded into the adjacent province, which is most peculiar. Now, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and expand into this province instead of pussyfooting around for whatever reason. And what is this? Yes, it does give water breathing. How utterly serendipitous. How utterly... Oh, what's the word? What's the Ponzi Latin word? Felicitous. This is serendipitous and felicitous in the extreme. A most pleasing... yeah, let's keep on with the Ponzi lingo. I can't remember it right now. Just woken up, really. 3 magic resistance, loads of resistances, that's nice. Crappy protection, which is not so good. We now have 10 protection. And the wolves can't follow us underwater. So, how do I fight Kululus, who have 18 damage with 10 protection? Well, I'm permanently blessed, so there is that. Why doesn't it show the blessed? Right. No encumbrance, almost no encumbrance. Heavy magic robes. Where does the encumbrance even come from? Just basic encumbrance. Got a nice weapon, so we can certainly chop the Kululus up. We're not going to get fatigued. The wolves aren't going to be there. We have some good fear, but the Kululus can just stab us, which is not good at all. So, let us see. Let us see what we can cast. It would be very, very embarrassing to lose the robe of Callius the Druid and our prophet to Kululus. So, 18 damage. We need better protection. The problem is that this has garbage tier protection. So if we use it to go underwater, the Kululus can probably injure us. I really don't want to get careless. I mean, I know I'd probably win, but probably isn't good enough. Oh, they have piercing weapons, so skeletal body will work. So we can do skeletal body, stone skin, probably something else like... there's nothing else useful here. Blessing. And meditation. I don't even know what meditation does. And put him right at the back. Take these guys out because they're not going underwater. And I'm pretty certain he should be able to attack the Kululus, because they'll be doing 9 damage against 15 plus a little bit, sort of 17 protection. Which should be okay. 9 damage versus 15 at least protection. Oh, and lots of defense skill. Then I guess they'll harass that down, but then he should repel them. What are Kululus? They probably have a length 3 weapon, so he can't actually repel them. They should flee fairly quickly though. 9 damage, piercing resistance, skeletal body. Yeah, it's got to be fine. I'm just going to do it. I can't live with myself being this much of a pussy, so I'm just going to have to do it. And looks like the expansion phase is officially over at this point. Except for this throne, and maybe this throne. So now I have to think about, who am I going to declare war on next? What does add means? Someone is asking me on Discord, Steam, but I have my video set up so that you can't actually see that. And I can tell because I have a second monitor, which is fantastic for all sorts of different things. Add and BC. It's a Mongolian asking me how to explain the English language to him, which I shall obligingly do in just a moment. But first of all, let us return our troops to the capital in a bout of extreme unimaginativeness, and let us begin construction of a new fort there, and perhaps one here. If I build a fort here, I suppose people don't have to use a large force to besiege it, but if they do, then they might start starving, which is quite nice. And maybe I will recruit those indies just for the 10% random. I know it's a long shot, but it's sort of baiting me. It's so very tempting. Kiyomasa. What am I even researching? What I really need is flaming arrows. Flaming arrows, enchantment level 4. Oh, I've already got lots of stuff queued up. Lots of stuff that I quite sensibly want to research. Summon Kappa. You get 1 Kappa for 3 water gems. Are you bloody serious? Well, I'm going to... No, that has to be a joke, right? They're not actually... Well, I'll check after this turns over. I'll check what their stats are like. I think I'll make a fort here as well, actually. Maybe one here. I don't know. I should... No, I think I'll make them in the income boosting provinces. So this one's got 70 income. Where else do we have income? I know that my fortress choice is probably terrible right now, but I just don't have any indie mages except crappy nature ones. It's very frustrating. So he can start a fortress there, and we can start one there. Oh, and I can send someone over to build... One of these chaps can be sent over to build a temple there. It's very disappointing that we don't have anything more substantive, though. I'm getting quite curious about my ally, my ally's expansion. It seems to be dreadful. I mean, he's apparently doing a scales expansion, which is probably bad, and maybe he's a bad player because he's been quite conciliatory towards me. But that's that, really. Can't underestimate people. And it's nice that I have so little maintenance. Got lots of gold to leverage into infrastructure and mages. Maybe this isn't the way you're supposed to play Yomi. Maybe you're supposed to play it in a more aggressive manner. I just don't know. This is the problem with being ignorant about the game. It means you don't really know how to play. Never played Yomi before. That's the point of this PBM, as you may recall from a previous video. Can we recruit the big guys here? No, just sorcerers. Could recruit a Naminari, but we're high on gold right now. They are the more efficient researchers in Magic 3, but these are better mages overall, I think. Although I've got all these death gems that I can use. So actually I might keep recruiting Naminaris, and I won't get more of these ones because they're annoying with their pop kill. In fact, I might send her here. Actually, no, I'll just have her site searching. That'll be a way to be useful. I'm not going to cast Voice of Apsu with her. Well, I stretched out this turn quite as long as possible, but that really is the end of it. Looks like Zion does not have any serious troops, so maybe I should attack Zion. He's seen my Pretender God, so he won't plan to attack me, so he probably won't have any strong forces here, unless he fears an attack from me. Then again, I'm saying I'm going to attack him, but I don't really know what troops I would use to do that. I've got the Dai Oni spawns, but not very many of them yet. Maybe once I've got 3 Palisades, all training the lesser demons, these guys, then I'll have some good spawns or something. I really am just quite ignorant. Maybe I need to figure out what summon to use. It looks like this nation has a lot of national summons, although I'm not so keen on this. I'm going to have to look this up in the inspector. But yeah, so I'll hit on a good summon somewhere in this research. Konoha Tengus, for example. They should be... Oh, look, there's loads of it, so I'll just research that in a bit. After making some Alquils. A lot of Alquils. Well, that's turn 15. See you chaps next time.